So here you have the continuing list of my top 101 films, which I made for all of my Facebook friends back in 2011. Hope you enjoy it. Hi everyone, my top 101 films of all time. Here are my picks for 75 to 51. 75, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. This is my favourite of the Pirates films. It's colourful, fun, ridiculous, and exciting. 74, Shaun of the Dead. Fast, witty, gory. I love this hilarious zombie flick. 73, Superbad. This is the funniest film that I've seen in the last 10 years, and I think it's really indicative of what that period of life is like. 72, Requiem for a Dream. This film manages to take addiction and what it means and throwing it onto the screen. 71, Scream. Not only a seminal 90s horror flick, but just a great self-referential comment on horror films in general. 70, Sin City. Brilliant characters, excellent action, amazing to look at, and the best comic book adaptation ever put on film. 69, Cabaret. Gritty, dirty, and the only musical where the musical numbers actually are within the reality of the film. 68, The Birds. Initially a comedy, and as it goes through becomes this horrific horror about killer birds everywhere. 67, Donnie Darko. This mind-numbing existential thriller is just a joy to watch, and it's set in the 80s. 66, Death Proof. Tarantino's homage to 1970s exploitation, blaxploitation, road rage flicks. 65, 28 Days Later. One of the most real and scariest zombie flicks you will see, all filmed on digital cameras. 64, Hot Fuzz. Taking the buddy flick and slasher genres and throwing them together in this hilarious gory mix. 63, The Shining. The scariest film I have ever seen in my entire life. Should I say more? 62, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. One of the best action flicks, and I thought it was so clever taking the villain from the first film and making him the hero. 61, Magnolia. The best performance from Tom Cruise in any film, and it's a 3-hour flick that once you start watching, you cannot stop. 60, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Comic book, video game, all in one, geek central. I loved it. 59, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Sean Connery is brilliant, Harrison Ford's excellent, and I love the scene in the library when they break the floor. 58, Citizen Kane. Perhaps the best ending in history, and one of the greatest performances from an actor ever. 57, Toy Story 2. This is perhaps the first time that an animated film got a sequel that was actually worth watching. Love it. 56, Pan's Labyrinth. This freaky, fantastical, imaginative film packs a lot more emotional punch than I initially ever anticipated. 55, Amélie. Quirky, fun, funny, and touching. This is my favourite French film, and it's worth watching just for Audrey Tautou. 54, North by Northwest. One of the first of its kind, this funny thriller is just a joy to behold. 53, The Terminator. The gritty, real, scary, dark vision of this film is amazing. 52, WALL-E. Not only is it just a brilliant science fiction film, but the relationship between Wally and Eva is something really special. 51, The Matrix. One of the most complicated concepts that has ever been pulled off in an action film, and it changed action films forever. So there you have it. Check out next week when I go from 50 to 26.